And while too many communities have seen their local high streets decline, we avoided mass closure during the pandemic thanks to generous public support. The retail, hospitality and leisure relief, which initially offered firms 100% relief on their business rates with a cap of up to 110,000, was one of those pivotal measures. It was a lifeline for many businesses and continued to be so through the energy crisis and subsequent inflation. And while it was intended as a temporary measure, the tax break remains crucial to the recovery of high streets and local growth. It is not yet time to rapidly reduce it. That's why the government's decision to reduce the relief from 75 to 40% is a huge blow. The change effectively doubles the business rates bill for retail, hospitality and leisure firms. And that's on top of the high energy costs and above target inflation, which are squeezing businesses. In my constituency, we're fortunate to have successful high streets, whether it's in Bromley Town Centre, which is home to over 700 businesses and supports 20,000 jobs, or the smaller parades in Hayes, Biggin Hill, Coney Hall, Bickley and Keston. However, they remain under pressure from rising costs, inflation and high energy prices. These same challenges are also squeezing consumer spending. It's precisely the wrong time to be rapidly reducing the business rates relief. For an independent pub in my constituency, with a rateable value of 98,000, the changes to the relief and the increase in the standard multiplier mean their tax bill is increasing by nearly £20,000.
I've got 1,400 small businesses with a rateable value of less than £50,000. And I mean, today we're only discussing really the changes in business rates. I mean, there are lots of other decisions that the government has made, particularly employees, national insurance, energy costs not coming down, that will affect all of our high streets as well. So, I mean, put it all together and the cumulative impact across all of our high streets is absolutely devastating. I mean, lots of businesses I speak to in my constituency were absolutely horrified that the rate relief was dropped by 35% from 75% to 40%. And when I go out and about across Broxbourne and speak to business owners, a lot of them now are saying to me, what's the point? What's the point of me coming to work? What's the point of me trying to run a small business in the town centre? What's the point of me creating growth, employing people? I mean, I was told at the dispatch box by a government minister that it was government that creates growth. Well, let me tell the government, it's not the government that creates growth. Government's job is to create the right environment for entrepreneurs and businesses to create growth. They go out day in, day out, go to work, work incredibly long hours when you're a business owner, and the government should try and de-risk that process. If we want people to open shops on our high streets, what the government should be doing, let's cushion some of those risks. When you start off your own business at home from a desk or a garage or what have you, to upscale that business is incredibly difficult and there's lots of risks involved. So with the government changing the business rates relief and slapping on more taxes for businesses, particularly in our town centres, why are you going to do that? I mean, I went to a secondary school in my constituency a couple of weeks ago to speak to A-level students that are doing a business T-level. Who all want to become entrepreneurs, who all want to go out there and create businesses and what have you. And I've got a business improvement district, Love Hoddesdon. I've got business owners in Love Cheshunt and Love Waltham Cross who constantly tell me whichever way they turn, it is incredibly difficult for them and government aren't making it easy. Even when they're going through the business rates appeals process, they've not only got to pay the higher bills while that process takes place, that process takes months. Absolute months. They don't get any response from the Treasury. It's really difficult for them to be able to put appeals in and to submit their information. And it's just simply not good enough. And as I've said, lots of people are now starting to wonder, what's the point of me doing that? We should be pro-growth in this country. That's how the best form of welfare in this country is a well-paid job. And we're not allowing entrepreneurs to go out there to invest in their businesses, to create those job opportunities and to keep our high streets afloat. We all want to see successful high streets up and down the United Kingdom. And these policies that this government are bringing in is killing the high street. It is absolutely killing it.
Well, further increase costs, hitting small businesses with new regulations that make it harder and more expensive to operate. It is in this context that the decision to cut the retail, hospitality and leisure business rate relief from 75 to 40% is wrong. I met recently with Mr Paul Davis of Styles Menswear in Bridgewater. His business rates have gone up from £3,000 a year to £9,000 a year. This new cost, before we even consider Labour's new jobs tax, puts his livelihood at risk, and he won't be alone. Paul's business has the double misfortune of being based in Eastover, where he has had to contend with the issue of extensive and lengthy roadworks. In Liberal Democrat control, the council then decided to impose a full road closure in January, which is now set to continue until at least September. Ironically, it is on the council's Celebration Mile project, though to date there has been very little for local businesses to celebrate. This project has proved a hammer blow to many local businesses that have seen footfall collapse. Footfall in Bridgewater is down 400,000 on the last 12 months, mostly caused by the incompetent way that Somerset Council have handled this project. Now, I believe those businesses deserve our support. Businesses disproportionately affected by council actions should have the right to claim rates relief. And I would ask the Minister, when he replies, if he will consider this proposal. The situation in Eastover is now desperate, and I fear that in the coming months we will see more shops and businesses closing their doors for good. For it does seem that this Labour government, with the able assistance of Liberal Democrat councillors in Somerset, seem set on destroying those businesses. The truth is that despite claiming to be going for growth, everything this government does seem designed to achieve is the opposite.